I'm a newish dad, I've got a 3-year-old daughter, and fundamentally having kids changes your life. And I know you're all sitting there going, yeah, wow, yeah, it was a million times, but it does. And for me, I started really looking at, well, what am I doing and how have I been contributing to the world that my daughter's going to inherit? And how can I make sure that that's the best one that she can get? It took me 10 years to realise that the way big businesses run is not great. Or it's kind of led us to where we are right now, and I personally don't think it's a great place. And I guess as a true product of the 1980s, 1990s, do you all remember the t-shirt No Fear brand? And what was one of their slogans? Can you remember what one of their slogans was? He who dies with the most toys wins. Like, that's what I grew up with. That was like, hell yeah, I am winning. I am so winning. I'm getting all this free stuff and I'm just being paid lots of money. It's like, how cool is that? You know, and Johnson & Johnson in particular have an amazing history. Does anyone know anything about Johnson & Johnson? Does anyone use Johnson & Johnson stuff? Please say no.
Yeah. Isn't it baby oil?
Baby oil, yeah. That's kind of what they're paying baby shampoo. You know, you start thinking, look, I am just the number here. They will just, if they tell me to go here, go there, I just have to say yes, or else there'll be questions. So I kind of thought, well, look, on balance though, that's cool, they're paying me well, you know. Yeah, I am a graduate trainee, I'll just deal with it. The second major, or the wheel that really first came off, was I was sat down with the HR and training officer in the head office in Leeds, and we were looking at my training and development, that's what I've achieved so far, where I was going to get to, looking at future career paths and so on and so forth. And this phone rang, and he's like, oh, sorry, most people take this. Yep. Chewy? Oh, yeah, no, we'll take him back. Yeah, definitely. He said, oh, do you remember Chris Chew? And I said, oh, yeah, Chewy. He said, yeah, he left a couple of months ago. I said, oh, yeah, he went to Zimmer, who was a big competition. He said, yeah, things haven't worked out for him, he wants to come back. And I kind of thought, well, surely if you just lost a good rep to a competitor and then it kind of hadn't worked out and then he came back cap in hand, I kind of thought it would just be a no. Like, you, on a almost strategic level, you kind of think, well, you've chosen to walk away. What are your reasons here? So I said, well, surely it'll be a no. And he went, oh, no. He's got a wife and 3 kids, and I know he's just bought a new house. He'll be a good worker. Right. So that's how you're assessing someone coming back to join the company, is that you know, and this was a phrase I heard in the company, we can sweat the asset. We know that we can crank Chewy up because financially he's close to the edge. So we know that we can put demands on him and he'll kind of have to say yes because he needs to pay his mortgage. No, but at some point there must have been a day when they just went, yep, do you know what, we could actually recall that product, or actually we should not even launch this product because it might cause harm here. Ford has similar practices. You know, they will have a ratio of car crashes or faults in a car that causes death. Below that, they don't do a recall because it's too expensive. They just work it on a cost-based decision. Well, what would the impact on our stock price if we pulled a recall on these cars? Oh, yeah, well, quite a lot. You know, that's the conversation that's going on in a lot of big businesses. Rather young guy knew he worked chasing the money. It was like, cool, like, I'll try jump jobs now and try this company as well. Very money-focused and career-driven and kind of this is all great. And just kind of realise that if you're not fully buying into it, you're not fully aligned, then you're going through the motions. But I feel better because I did some research on this. 60% of employees in New Zealand in 2013 were unengaged in their working job. 60%. That's just not engaged. 15% were actively disengaged. So 15% of the workforce in New Zealand are going to work almost trying to take their business down by the fact that they're so disengaged and so against or so in disagreement with the principles of how businesses run and what their job entails. I mean, how nuts is that? We spend most of our adult life in work. You kind of want to make sure that it's making you feel good. There's a philosopher called Alan de Botton, I don't know if any of you read him or heard of him. His most famous book is called Status Anxiety, which is all about this, how you get entrapped into the bigger car, bigger house, well, we need to go on holiday here. And fundamentally, it's just all bullshit, and it's just done business. So rather than just being, well, I'm the CEO, I've got the biggest yacht, we earn the most money, and the shareholders are all happy, you can choose to go, actually, we're going to make money, but we're not going to do that at the expense of other things. And in fact, we might be restorative. We might actually go, as part of our mission, we're going to have a positive impact on our local environment, or we're going to make sure that our local community actually benefits from us being in business in that environment. Does that sound quite cool? So you change the whole way your business functions. So B Corp certification is basically, it's like a fair trade certification for products or a Green Star certification for buildings. The key thing is you have to meet rigorous social, environmental performance standards, and you have to be accountable and transparent. There's a lot of other groups you can join where actually you kind of just pay for your certificate and you're a member and you don't actually have to change anything. My wife and I are setting up a B Corporation business as a consultancy right now. We went in to set up as a B Corp, we got 27 points out of 200. And you need 80 to pass. Seriously, it's not just pay money, welcome to the club. And I'm just going to quote one of my favourite line from the song. It says, "These are some serious times that we live in, G." I'm not going to rap. You don't deserve that. And a new world order is about to begin. You know what I'm saying? Now the question is, are you ready for the real revolution, which is the evolution of the mind? You guys can be that revolution and the evolution. So, thank you. And